Hello and thanks for joining me for some more Kenshi with my Golden Bull Incorporated series, where we've taken the Wandering Trader start and we're building a corporation without selling copper. We will be mining some copper for crafting, but we're not allowed to sell copper and we're not allowed to build outposts. We can buy real estate and build within the buildings, but anything that needs to be placed outside, we can't build. So in the last episode, we left Sadniel over at the old abandoned village to do some cactus farming. We took Golden Bullion to the South Stone camp to do some iron refining. While we were there, we went to the local recruitment centre and found ourselves a Scorchlander who was recruited, and we want to he's going to be our armour smith. We sent him off to hang for some employee training, and that pretty much brings us up to date with where we are now in our headquarters in Sho-batai. We are going to get City Hero building a few things here. Let's start off with some storage. So we also did a little bit of research last episode as well. So we're going to pop in a leather barrel. Squeeze that in. We'll put one in for meat. Might not need it. Most of the meat gets taken straight to the campfire. One for skins. We are going to need a fabric chest. Let's pop that in there. Also, do want to put in a bed, and we'll pop that in here. It's under the stairs there. That'll do. Upstairs, let's pop in a leather tanning bench. I prefer to put most of my crafting things on the roofs just because it makes it easier to sort of click on it. There's nobody in the building. So let's pop that there. The leather crafting bench next to it. Squeeze that in as close as I can. And then might be able to fit in an armor storage over here. It'll be a bit janky. There we go. So that doesn't quite make sense, but it will work. Put in some lights here for these benches. We also want a clothing bench over here. I might back it up to the stairs. Fine, sometimes if I've got facing towards the stairs, character will sometimes get stuck in under the stairs. So I'll try it facing that way. And we'll also put a light there. Alright, that should be enough. city hero should get onto building those. We're going to grab Moo. Let's take you off sneak for a moment. Let's bring you over here. Now, also want to get some electrical crafting. We need 4 books for that, so this shop generally sells books. One, two, three, 4 of those. We'll shove them straight in there. We'll get her to start researching that. She can have a sneak back on. Alright, so let's get back to our caravan. Alright, so we have finished our iron refining over here. Metaru has finished his training. Well, he's still training, but he's not going to get much more experience out of that training dummy than that. He is hungry. We're going to go pick him up. These guys. Let's just speed that up. Where did Bullion go? He went out the other gate. Of course he did. Alright, they're not too far apart. Let's check on Sadniel at the farm. You can put your sneak on. Okay, now he is working. Let's just check the well here. Alright, now because this is not our farm, he won't automatically take produce out of it. Once it's full, he'll stop working it. So you can see that once I've taken that out, it starts working it again. But we'll grab everything out of these ones. And this one. And this one. And he'll should finish those off. Who's this? Sand Ninja. I wonder if we can take him by ourselves. Alright, if he knocks me out. No, now we've got 2. Okay. Knocks me out, I'm going to pause it. Yep. Okay. Alright. Let's just drop that cactus for a minute. I'm just going to put my weapons in here. Unequip that, otherwise they're going to steal my weapons. Oh, looks like... Well, we did cripple that guy. Alright, we should be able to come back from this. Yep. Get up, and you can go and sneak. And... Of course you don't have a repair kit because it's in your bag and we unequipped it. Let's put that stuff back on. Oh well, a little bit of toughness experience. Was hoping to gank another katana. that's okay. Alright. Let's check on these guys. Didn't go all the way. Let's get Metaru. Take him off of the training dummy. Pop him into the caravan. He can trade with gold. Take your sneak off. Give him those 2 bits of meat straight away. Seeing as he is hungry. Alright. Group these guys up. I think we'll go up through Stoat. Wait. Is there an armor shop in here? I don't think there is. General shop. No, there's no bags for sale. That's a clothing shop there. Alright, let's have a quick look in here before we move on. I'm going to see if I can get a couple of blueprints. Let's see. Looking for the samurai cloth pants. That one there. Did see the leather turtleneck. I think I grabbed that as well. Okay, we don't quite have enough to sell those. Where did it go? Still not quite enough. Alright, let's have a look in town here. Let's send Moo in here. Got a stack of rum there. Alright, how about you put that food cube away. Move that. Send you... Barman's probably not going to have enough cash, so we'll send you to a proper shop. Alright, and you can get back to work. Let's go back over to these guys. Alright, so the leather turtleneck. That's the one that I want. So we are going to have a little bit of a faction uniform for ourselves. Obviously the skeletons won't be wearing the turtlenecks. But these guys can now head back. There's also a jacket that I want, but I don't think we're going to get the blueprint for it here. Metaru, where are you? Are you coming? Let's just wait for him to catch up. Sure they are all set to move together. Alright, so you guys head back up to Sho-batai. Alright, let's check on Sadniel over here. Let's pick up all that cactus that you dropped. And I think we'll send him back home with all this cacti. Alright, he's going to get a couple more out of this one. So I'll let him work it. Let's check back on the caravan. Make sure these guys are sticking together. And he may have his attack up. But I don't even think we gave him a weapon yet. Oh, he does have a weapon. But, you know, he still doesn't have any other stats, so... Yeah, we need to give him a bit more food. Alright. Let's grab as much of that as we can. And we'll send you back up home as well. Let's take your sneak off. Well, maybe we'll put it back on. Yeah. Let's have a look up here. Outlaw farmers. Okay. Alright. Keep going. And these guys are also getting into a scrap. The two of them probably should be able to handle things, maybe. Maybe not. Alright, how far away are these guys? Oh, they're actually in town. So, let's bring the caravan back out here. Alright, chase them off at least. Okay, City Hero's on his feet. That's alright, he's doing some patching up. Let's pick him up. And bring him back into town. Alright. And he hasn't built the bed. That's because we didn't put our materials away. Alright, so let's bring the caravan back in. bullion here. Drop all that off. Let's drop those two on the floor there. Let's pop in here. Alright, let's grab all of this out of here. And we pop this fabric in here. Then City Hero should build that bed. Pop all that in there. Alright, Metaru. You can join the R&D team. And you can get started on leather tanning. Get that bed built. Alright. Put Els in the bed. And Els is probably going to get up and go to work, so we'll bring him back and make him sleep for a bit and heal up. We will put his sneak on. We'll put his sneak on. His sneak on. Alright. Yeah. Did that research. Okay. So let's build an electrical workbench down here as well. That over here. We're also going to need storage for it. Electricals. Let's jam that in there. I might actually put two, because can tend to fill up pretty quick. We will also need copper storage. Do need copper to make the electricals. And we're not selling copper, but we're still using it as a material. And I mean, the reason I'm doing that is because, you know, anytime anybody says, oh, how do you make money in Kenshi? Well, the number one answer is always mine copper and sell it. So, we're doing something a bit different. Okay. Sadniel, where are you? You're over here. You have dropped off as much cactus as you can. You can dump the rest of that on the floor. You can do with a bit of a restock. And let's actually put you up in the caravan. Maybe I will take these tools. Okay, that should be fine. All right. So these guys are going to go on a bit of a trek all the way across here. And we'll probably stealth through a bit of it. It's going to be some Holy Nation guys, but also some United City guys, but some good stealth experience on that trip. We're probably not really tough enough for a fight, but hopefully I think we're going to be fast enough at least to avoid fights. How's Els going? Alright, I think you're good enough to get back to work. Now, who of you has the most stealth? It is Els. Alright. Now, there's all of these ex-slaves congregating out here. And most of them are in right in view of the guards. There's one or two, like this one, that are hanging around out here. One's a hiver. Alright. Let's try this one. Let's turn your job off for a minute. Okay. Should be able to do this one. Alright. Let's lead him towards Cactus Farm. He's going to follow us. Looks like it. Alright, now these guys are getting into the, yeah, there's all Holy Nation and United Cities. They'll be fighting each other all through this whole area. I'm going to put these guys onto sneak. If they get seen, they'll probably get detected, but this is going to be pretty good stealth experience. Yeah, see, there are NPCs around. You can see the level going up. That will go up significantly more. But where's Els? Okay, so this guy's still following. Let's continue. Got a dialogue option with him. And they joined us. Okay. I'm going to temporarily put you up into that squad, so that when we press medic, it'll also put robotics. Pop you back down there. Okay. Els, you can go back to work. And you, sir, get you into town. What sort of stats you got? Not much of anything. You can pop in here, see if there's any bags for sale. Alright, take that one. Should have grabbed one of those larger bags that they had in here earlier for Metaru. Alright, doesn't matter. You are going to go on to water detail. Wait, not you. You. Onto water detail, you can sneak while you're doing it. Moo, you can come off of the water tank. And once City Hero finishes building this, actually there's a general shop over here. Don't know if they have any bags. Let's have a look. No, you don't have any bags. Alright, that's fine. Alright. Okay, so this here should be some copper. Set you to mine that. And he hasn't built the storage either. Okay. So you can use that first and then mine the copper. And haul the copper. Okay. So Metaru is already up to level 13 with the armor smithing. Just from tanning leathers. Not going to make any armor just yet. We'll let him get some levels up. Got a stack of leather there. So we get back to these guys. See that stealth experience going up. These guys fighting over here. So we are almost across that part. It's probably the worst of it. So now we're coming into cannibal territory, I think. Oh, we've got samurai. Still got Holy Nation guys. Alright, so we're not through it yet, but at least they are busy there. Let's have a look at the stealth. Still going up quite a bit there. Alright. And World's End is in here somewhere. It's not where we're heading, but we will probably drop in there on the way home. We may as well get as much of this stealth experience as we can. Who's this? I mean, we're not enemies with the Holy Nation, so I don't really want to get involved. But, I mean, two skeletons. The Holy Nation hate skeletons and they will attack on sight. But we'll grab that experience for a little bit longer. Over here we're coming more into cannibal territory. We might stop and fight some of those guys. That'll be some good training for us. They're not going to eat us because we're robots. There's World's End. And we're still getting stealth experience. So anytime you are getting stealth experience, like if you are sneaking and that bar is going up, it does mean that there are NPCs not too far away. And the quicker it goes up, the more NPCs. It's going to take us through World's End. Not quite. Okay. Alright, it's pretty much plateaued out there. We might take the sneak off, speed things up a little bit. And maybe we'll put it back on down here. And often get this pause come up automatically when you are travelling fast as you enter new biomes. It's just the game catching up. Let's have a look if we're getting any there. Doesn't look like it. Alright, but there is a big camp over there. It's probably a cannibal camp. Alright, but we don't really seem to be getting the stealth experience, so let's just run. Almost at our destination. Alright, where's Bullion? Bullion's got left behind. Just waiting for the game to catch up again. I'll slow that down while there's some dialogue. I'm not going to read it out for you, but at least you'll be able to see it. It's just gives a little bit of lore from the robot's perspective. Alright, and we do have an iron giant on our tail. Bullion is miles away. Let me see. There's my destination. Let's see if we can outrun this guy. Bullion. Alright. Because Bullion's swimming, it's going to slow them all down. Not sure that we're strong enough to take on the iron spiders. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so you can barely see him, especially with the rain. But in front of this tower, we're right here, Burns Tower, you will find this fellow here. His name is Burn. We'll talk to him. And he talks about being an ex-adventurer. We ask him who he is. Ask him if he misses travelling. Probably teach me a thing or two. How about you come along with me? And there we go, new recruit. We will shift medic for him. Squad. Let's move you across. What do you got on you? Some stuff. Let's see. How about we give you a full one of those. Gold could take that one. Give you a med kit. Alright. So gold's going to come inside and do some looting now. You do want to loot this after you've recruited him, not before you've recruited him. That way this stuff doesn't show up as stolen. Alright, let's give all of that to Sadniel. Do I want the alloy plates? Don't think I do. Let's just close that for a sec. Alright, we'll take the tools. Suppose it's got a bit of value to it. Maybe we'll sell them. Take the tools in case we need them. Let's just hold down Alt, see if there's anything of value. Not really. Let's check this barrel. It's always going to be different stuff in here each time you play. Actually, we'll give that to Burn instead of that. Sometimes you can get ancient science books in here, but it is sort of a bit of a random thing. Let's check in this one. Not going to say no to the repair kits. We'll take that because it's worth a little bit. Don't really want that. Okay, so we've got both of those barrels. Let's just hold down Alt here. Skeleton muscles are worth a little bit of cash. We'll take the grog. Guess we'll take the spring steel. Take the CP unit. CPU. The rest of it's not really worth all that much. Alright, upstairs. Guess we'll take it. Check in here. Actually, we'll give that one to burn. And they're having a bit of a scrap downstairs. Let's just quickly check. Alright, an iron spider, they should be able to take care of it. But let's loot it to make sure it doesn't get up again. Okay, let's get back up here and continue our looting. Oops. Okay, that one's empty. That one's empty. That one's empty. Keeps wanting to run away because these guys need healing. They should be healing each other. Did I check that basket? Yep. And I don't think there's anything upstairs. Alright, but we are going to use this skeleton repair bed. And get ourselves fully rejuvenated. Back up to 200 each. Let's just speed that right up. Alright, so you're done. Sadniel. I may as well while we're here. Even though it's only a couple of points. Okay. Let's see. Alright. I think maybe... Okay, so we do want some ancient science books. We ought to buy a couple, probably... in World's End. We might be able to find a couple in some of the ruins down here. There's one ruin that I don't think we're going to be strong enough for, but I think we'll tackle that in the next episode. Let's just have a look here. He's up to 27, level 26 smithing already. It's still going up rather fast, so start getting him doing some of our uniforms soon. Hopefully I can pick up the other blueprint that I want in World's End as well. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.